And then we have a presentation from one of the charities that we've supported for quite a time now, Samaritans Purse. So I'm going to hand over to Roger.
Well, good morning. Let me start by thanking the church for its support both in prayer and in finance. Both are valuable to the organisation. Thank you. I think this is the 11th year that I have stood here to formally promote the work of Samaritans Purse, and I'm wanting not to do the same thing, to do something different this year. I will, of course, be talking about shoeboxes at some point, show you a short video. But I thought I would this year attempt to show what lies at the heart of Samaritans Purse mission. What is their heart? Well, Samaritans Purse is a relief and development organisation which is openly Christian. And this translates directly into a mission policy of physically demonstrating God's love and proclaiming the gospel wherever we go. You will not be surprised that the name Samaritan's Purse comes from the parable of the Good Samaritan. So I'm going to use that parable to explain the mission and heart of the organisation. You know the parable very well, I'm sure. A lawyer tries to test Jesus, and after a couple of questions, Jesus tells the parable to illustrate that to love God and your neighbour is exactly what God requires of him and us. The actions of the Samaritan in the parable is the example Jesus uses to demonstrate what this looks like. The Samaritan recognises that the stranger's creed and status have no relevance to the critical nature of the immediate needs. The stranger lies naked and dying in the roadside. We can speculate as to why the priest and the Levite passed by, but no speculation about the Samaritan, who sees a neighbour in need and in his compassion for everyone he helps. It would seem that the Samaritan's life is marked out by relationships built on trust, respect, care, and of course, compassion. If he didn't have a relationship with the innkeeper that was founded on trust, why would the innkeeper trust him to come back and pay for all the medical requirements that are going to follow? Why would the innkeeper trust him to pay for everything that's going to follow? Why would the Samaritan trust the innkeeper to do what is required to heal the wounded man? It's based on trust. To look after the stranger, the innkeeper would require the help of a doctor to fix the wounds, perhaps a nurse, perhaps a cook to prepare the food, perhaps a tailor to produce new clothes. You can see how the Samaritan's mix of compassion and investment will impact the local community, who come together around the caring for the injured stranger to do something worthy. On his return, the Samaritan might be amazed at how the afflicted man and the community had responded. Or maybe he wouldn't be amazed. Maybe because wherever he travelled, he always acted with compassion and was always building relationships. To him, it was just another story of what happens when God's will is done on earth. The call to love your neighbour as yourself is a clear call to extend the love and mercy of God in a very practical and physical way to people of all races, religions and nations. It is a universal love and a blessing to be poured out on all people, their bodies and their souls. This is how Samaritan's Purse understands its mission. Do as the Samaritan did. It involves social action, justice, advocacy, ethics, and the proclamation of the gospel. They partner with local churches the world over to bring hope, help, and self-sustaining future to communities. They believe the local church is the instrument God purposed to meet and provide the whole needs of the whole community. All Samaritans Purse programs are delivered in consultation with and through local churches. There are disaster relief programs providing emergency food, water, shelter and medical help. There are sustainable economy and agricultural programs, health education programs, clean water programs, hospital and surgery programs, church building programs and more. And of course, Operation Christmas Child, the shoebox appeal. All these programs are delivered by Christians who will unashamedly talk about Jesus and the gospel to recipients as they deliver the help. I ask you to keep the work of Samaritan's Purse in your prayers. If you would like more detail or would like to make a donation or have any questions, please talk to me after this service or any service. Shoeboxes. I don't think that needs any introduction from me. Quite a number of church members regularly support the project by donating boxes, and our young church is again planning to support it this year. There are leaflets at the back. Finally, a short video about receiving a shoebox full of gifts.
3, 2, 1! When that shoebox is opened, they are overjoyed.
You can see them shouting, jumping.
Oh! Look at how much they are excited. This is the first time those children are receiving the shoe boxes. They are so happy.
Every box is important because every box is an opportunity to tell a child about God's love, about His Son, Jesus Christ.
If you get the heart of the child, you will reach the heart of the parents, you will reach the heart of the family, and then you will touch the community. That gift box is the beginning into their hearts.
Isn't it incredible how these gifts touch the lives of these children? Every year we see tens of thousands of children discipled. And we couldn't do this without you, so thank you for packing the boxes. Thank you for praying for these children around the world. God bless you, and keep packing those boxes.